Hey everyone, it's Carrie from Carrie's Wreath Creations. I am here today with a petal folding tutorial. So if you look in the background here, I have a wreath that has been completed and it has this certain kind of petal. I have seen it called a star flower petal. And so I did not create this. I have seen other people do this. I'm just doing my little take on it and my explanation of how I put it together. I am using poly burlap. That is what this wreath is made of. You could certainly do this with a different kind of mesh if you wanted, but I do have a 10 by 10 piece of poly burlap that I did cut with a wood burning tool, and I have handy a Unique in the Creek wreath board with a zip tie in here just to have something to attach my petal to when I am done folding it and explaining how to do it. You can check the description box below for all of my social media, as well as links to my affiliate shops. I have an Amazon affiliate shop with the tools that I'm using here, as well as an affiliate link to Unique in the Creek where you can buy the boards and lots of great wreath making supplies, including poly burlap. They have a lot of all different kinds of materials, ribbon, things like that as well. So calling this a star flower petal, that's what I've seen it called before. So for consistency, that's what we're going to call it. I have, again, 10 by 10 poly burlap. Now I have my factory edges here, my cut edges here. It does make a difference which way because we're going to turn it into a diamond shape. I'm actually going to turn it, I'm very used to turning it towards the right because I'm right-handed, but you actually, for this petal, just the way we're going to fold it, you want to turn it towards the left. Okay, so here's my factory edges here and here. Okay, so again, here's factory edges, cut edges. I do just one rotation to my left. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the top corner down to meet the bottom corner. Okay, nice thing about this petal is you don't see any cut edges, which is very good for wreath makers who worry about fray and the wood burning gets to be tedious. I do wood burn everything, but you don't actually have to for this wreath because as you look at these petals, you don't see any cut edges. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is you can give this a little bit of a stretch here. It's another thing I really like about poly burlap. Just to kind of give you, it's just kind of going to give you this nicer point at the top of your petal. Okay, you're going to take this side here, the right side, and bring it folded down towards the bottom. Okay. All right, just like that. Okay. I have a little bit where it's not quite, I can make it line up, but if it doesn't quite line up here along the edge, that's okay. It's not really going to be seen, that part gets kind of hidden in your wreath. Okay. Now for this next part here, it's a little bit inexact in how I have to explain it. It's really just, it's on you to figure out kind of how far over we want to fold this, how much of this little turn back kind of thing you want to see here on this petal, because you can make it kind of on the thinner side. Mine's a little bit on the bulkier side of how much you see that kind of turned back. So there's not really an exact like measurement or anything I can tell you, but what I'm doing for mine for consistency purposes is I am folding this, I'm taking this and folding it almost like directly over. I'm not going down, I'm going like over, okay? And I'm doing that not quite along the middle right here. So I'm not like folding right onto this piece here. It's like a little less than that, like not much, maybe like a 1/2 inch. And the way you're gonna kind of know that is like how much opening do you have at the top? So mine's like a 1/2 inch. Like this little bubble right here is about 1/2 inch wide. So that's kind of how I'm judging how far over I'm folding mine, okay? And so you're just folding it like that, and then you're going to take this and fold it back again, and you're going to fold it towards, kind of pull it towards the bottom, okay? So you can kind of hold this in place a little bit if you want, but fold that back towards the bottom, okay? Just like this. And I'm not folding all the way over to the side like this. I'm folding more, giving it a little bit of space, because for me, for this petal, I want to see kind of like 3 distinct layers. I want to see this in the background here, this is on top, and then this kind of in the background here. It's a little hard to see. Maybe I should hold it up. So I have this layer back here, this on top, and then this layer over here. Okay, I want to see all 3 of those. So I'm not doing the fold where it's going to really overlap anything, because if I put this farther over, you're not going to see any of this, and so on and so forth. So it does look a little lopsided because this is a little bit more of a petal where you're going to sort of, you can kind of put it, all of mine are in here in this direction. Okay, so it's kind of like got this curve over here, but more flat over here. All right, so just something to keep in mind when you put this petal together. So once again, I'll go back. Did a lot of talking, I apologize. So you have your triangle, your upside down triangle. This gets folded towards the bottom, okay? And then this here, I am folding about, leaving about a 1/2 inch of space right here where my fold is going, kind of folding this straight over and then turning it back and pulling it towards the bottom, okay? Now the reason that I took that mesh and folded it to the, or and turned it to the left before I folded my diamond was because you can see the factory edge is on top here and here. You don't see a whole lot of that, but it hides the cut edge. The cut edge is behind here. So if you turned it to the right, the cut edge would be on top. So that's why I've turned it to the left. Okay, now you just go ahead and I'm gonna pinch, let's see here, let me give you a measurement, about 2 inches right here, okay? And there's my petal, okay? So as you can see, it kind of curves out over here. It's a little bit flatter on this side, okay? And that's the look I'm going for. You might not like this look for every flower, but for me, if you want to do kind of like a pinwheel sort of look, this is a good petal for that. Now, one thing I will say is since you have kind of a long tail here, if you think it's going to interfere with the next row on the board, which it very well could, you're going to want to give this a little bit of a snip, like right about here, which I will do, and then into the board about a fingertip width. And there is your petal. Okay, so as you can see, as I pointed out before, you have kind of 3 layers. You have this back here, this part that's kind of turned back over, and then this part back here. Okay, so that's the look I want. You can certainly experiment around with your petal. You can make it less pointy at the top, a little more rounded, whatever look you're going for. And feel free to mix and match these petals with other types of petals to make a beautiful flower style wreath. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Again, check out the description box below for social media links as well as all my affiliate shop links. You can also subscribe here on YouTube. I have lots of full-length tutorials and enjoy teaching. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a great day.